Ladies and gentlemen, let's begin with a number, 60%. This is not just any number. This is how many people live in cities today. This is how many people across the world call the cities home. This project is centered around people. Smart cities are around people. Smart cities is about you and it's about me. Cities are the heart of our civilization, where we live, work, and build our future. It's where dreams are realized, futures are shaped, and history is written. Opportunities, challenges, innovations, problems, cities are the heart of them all. As cities grow, they will attract more people, and they will grow. Picture this, in the next 25 years, 2.5 billion more people will call cities home. There will be over 75 or more populations living in a city. Imagine 3 out of every 4 human beings living, loving within the boundaries of a city. This growth is a challenge, but it is also an opportunity. However, growth has a darker side. By 2050, out of roughly 8 billion city inhabitants, a staggering 3 billion, almost half of them, will live in slums under very poor conditions. This is especially true in places like Latin America, where cities are already blooming at an unmeasurable rate, and we must not and cannot turn a blind eye on this. Because cities, slums, favelas are a real part of the city, and the word smart embraces the whole city. So, how do we create better cities for everyone? We talk about smart cities, but it's not just about technology. It's a whole complex and a multidimensional vision. Think of cities where new ideas and new businesses emerge, where technology helps us find new ways to coexist. Imagine a city where local artisans and tech companies exist in the same space, where technology fuels businesses' ideas every day. Let's take a look at Barcelona, my hometown. The city has been transformed into a digital hub with areas like Poblano district, turning former industrial zones into innovation centers. This mix of tech startups and universities and research centers has renewed the economy and has made of Barcelona a true digital innovation hub. In a smart city, every younger and elder person is connected and growing together. People are connected, sharing ideas and dreams, regardless of their background. Citizens are conscious about the place they live. And when we speak about smart governance, this is about trust. A city that listens, acts, and involves people, where good quality public services are efficient, where you have a say in the streets you walk and in the air you breathe. Imagine moving around easily. Smart mobility is about that. Buses that come on time and routes that are clear and fast. When we speak about the smart environment, it's where cities embrace green spaces, cities that care for nature, and where every resource is used sustainably. A place where nature is not just a visitor, but another resident of the city. And finally, smart living, a city where everyone feels safe and happy, where health and culture are for all, not just for a few. This is a blueprint for the future, a vision that's always evolving. But remember, for every point here, there is an actual example, a real world that shapes our future. But let's ask, smart for who? What is a smart city to you? Being smart is not the end goal. A city equipped with the latest technology might be smart for a tech framework, but is it smart for the street vendor? Is it smart for the child in the favela? Smart for the elderly? Smart for the rich? Smart for the poor? Every time we think about a smart idea, we should constantly ask ourselves, smart for who? Who benefits? If it doesn't make life better for everyone, then is it really smart? Technology, per se, without purpose, is just technology. That becomes even more real out there in space. We need to ensure that when we say smart, it truly means a better life for every single citizen. Let's journey together into Latin America's vision of a smarter, brighter future. And as we move forward, let's constantly ask to ourselves, smart for who? We begin with data. This is the main conclusion of our report. Data is the base of everything. We can speak about smart security, where cameras are being placed all around the city to surveil the activity and the crimes committed in the boundaries of the city, or governance, where actual governments are providing open data platforms so citizens can actually take part in some decisions, or smart solutions for favelas, where rehousing people and tracking and monitoring environment is vital for the correct integration of the favela into the city itself. Smart solutions can be effectively employed with a common denominator, data. Being smart starts with data. You cannot be smart without data, and data is crucial for understanding the issues we are trying to face. But data has some limits. In favelas, there is an issue. There is insufficient data collection. There is something called urban data deserts. Conventional ways of gathering data involves actually groundwork. And in favelas, we can find poor participation of the people, or maybe we do not have the means to access the areas and collect meaningful groundwork. Also, little digitalized assets also prevent us to collect data, which may be critical to providing basic services for favelas. That's why we think that data is important, but also space is data. Space offers the ultimate advantage point. Space is everywhere and can cover every city, every community around the world. If we use space, we are provided with a rapidly implementable solution. The data there, the knowledge is there. We can rely on repeatable and reliable methods to gain insights based on this data that can actually help real-world people. Our mission lies in the fact that we want to highlight, we want to promote, and we want to show how space data can be effectively used to enable smart solutions to cities' most pressing issues. We have decided to focus our project on the following: social resources, how cities can provide the best services, smart people, and the smart economy that we were mentioning at the beginning of the presentation are related to this area. Terrain, how the city looks like. Do you know your terrain? Do you know the state of the ground? Do you know who is building what at which time? Do you understand the risks that come with this? Environment also is crucial to provide citizens with the things they need to live. Clean water, air to breathe, but also it can be a hazard, be it landslides, sanitation, etc. How many people live in the city? What do they do? What do they want? And what are their needs? And finally, security. You cannot be smart if you don't feel secure. Security is the underlying foundation of everything to do with smart cities. So basically, we have detailed all these research points in our report, and we have come up with a series of challenges. There's some points of debate that can come up with regards to smart solutions. On one side, we have ethics and privacy, particularly relevant when handling citizen data and surveillance. Also, we have to keep stakeholders involved, both government and citizens. It's often, finance is often very important to carry out this initiative, of course, and we have come up to the conclusion that public-private initiatives are often the best way to go, so we can pool resources together and find solutions for everybody. On the other side, we're also facing regulatory constraints, relevant especially for dual-use technologies, as satellites, which are the main source of data we are using for our project. And finally, infrastructure. Scarcity of electricity, we have found, especially in the slums, that is the most vital for our recommendations, which are detailed in our report, such as the use of LiDAR and crowdsourcing information. These obstacles are relevant, but not immovable obstacles or some kind of boundary to progress. These are core values to be kept in mind in order for our solutions to be effective and sustainable into the future. In the report, we recommend a range of smart city space-based solutions that really make a difference for slums. And we compile this for you in in a roadmap. First, we recommend that a data backbone is to be set up to get the much needed information from these data deserts to users. We also need to improve data collection amongst the Islam communities, not relying exclusively on ground means, but using space applications to have the best possible data pool. To harness all this information, we require ecosystems of entrepreneurs that take stewardships of digital city models, which we can call digital twins, and build thriving commercially viable ecosystems around this. And finally, governments need to support all these initiatives, first as a supporter, then as an enabler, and finally as an anchor customer for the information generated from these solutions. As we embark on this journey towards the smart cities, let us remember, it's not about tech, it's not about policies or ranks, it is about people. As we come close to this presentation on space for smart cities, I must extend my heartfelt gratitude to our incredible team who have worked tirelessly to transform the vision of safer, smarter cities. Special thanks to our STEAM supporters, and above all, to the people of San Jose dos Campos. Your contributions have been very valuable in elevating this project from a concept to a reality. Together, we're not just dreaming about the smart cities, we're laying the foundation for a smarter future for all. But let's make our cities not just smart, but wise, safe, and truly inclusive. Thank you.
Do we have questions? So I have a question. You talked about some of the different ways that space data or observational data can be used in informing your smart city choices. Which one do you think is what kind of data are you either most wanting to get, or data that you think is going to have the biggest impact?
So I would not say it's about a particular set of data, but it's about making this data available to people. It's about availability of data, regardless we could talk about, depending on the area of focus, about mapping the slum in this case, to track the development of the society there, if they are building new houses, if these houses are in danger because there's some landslides next to it. This could be an example, but there is no particular set of data that is above another, but just making all this data available for the people and for the government so they can work together and they can promote new initiatives related to smart cities. It's all about data.
Thank you. Other questions? Thank you very much.
Thank you.